Alright, so in the last video I showed you how to use the autofill handle to generate numbers that and days of the week. You could also do it with months and stuff. And in a later video I'm going to show you how to create one that would use months or years, or where you create what's called a custom list, where you can put your own list in that you constantly use over and over. But today what I want to concentrate on is how we can use that skill of the autofill in the real world. And in this case, we're going to look at our credit card and what happens if you have the balance of a credit card, to figure out how much would I have to pay, or how much can I pay to pay it off in a certain time, given our credit card balance. Alright, so let's switch over to the credit card sheet. And let's say you have a Visa card. So I'm going to go to B3, and in B3 I'm going to put in Visa, and I'm going to put BAL for balance, Visa balance, okay? So the Visa balance, let's say it's $10,000. Oops. It's always good to put in your formatting directly, in my opinion. So I'm going to format this as a currency immediately by using the dollar sign. Let me zoom in too so you can see exactly what I'm doing a little bit better. Alright, that's better. So I put in Visa BAL for Visa balance here, and I put the dollar sign in here to let this know that this is going to be a currency that I'm putting in. So let's say we owe $2,247.89. So that's what we owe on our Visa card currently. So the question is, if I wanted to pay this off, how much would I have to pay it off? Let's say if I wanted to pay it off in 1 year. And then let's say, okay, I don't know when I'm going to pay it off, so I'm going to look at paying it off between 1 to 10 years. So I put my pattern in, like I showed you in the last video, and I have to select the first number and hold the left mouse button down and drag it over the second number so that they're both selected. If you look now, this is called a selection box, and I can move with tab between, and the white area is the active one. So it's holding the selection, and I can move between the two. But that's not what I'm trying to do now. What I'm trying to do now is use the autofill function of Excel, which is going to come in really useful when you get out into the real world and you're working with clients and you're working at your job, when you have to fill in these lists like this. Lists are very common, and pivot tables are very common, and things like this are very common in the real world. This skill is needed. So I have the pattern 1, 2. Let's say I wanted to figure it out all the way up to 10 years. You see, if I stop, it'll show you what number I'm already at, 8. And there I'm at 9, and now I'm at 10 years. So that would be the 10 years. This was going to be my term for what I'm trying to figure out. And again, I'm going to use that skill again that we've learned in the autofill handle to figure out the rate. Now let's say we have an 8% credit card, and again we want to format immediately. So I put the percent sign in to let them know that this is a percent, 8%. I'm going to go this time by 2s, 10%, right, of my credit card, let's say, just for the pattern of 2s. There's no particular reason why I chose 8% or 10%. It's just that most credit cards would be at least 8%, in my opinion, and they can go all the way up to even further, 20%. I'm just going to keep going all the way up to some really bad credit cards that you can get for like 32%, right? So now I can see that. That's my screen, and I'm going to zoom out and then try and zoom back in to the selection area so you get the best picture while showing you everything I can. All right, so here's my selection. So these are number signs. What's that mean? That's very common to see. It's not an error. You'll see this often when you're working in Excel. It simply means, these number signs simply mean that Excel doesn't have enough room in this cell to show you the entire content. So you just simply go up and double click between it, and it will auto size the column so we can see the numbers in. Alright, so now we can see the numbers, and we've set up our table, and we're ready to begin. And in the next video, I will demonstrate to you how to use the PMT function, or the payment function, to figure out exactly what's here. If I owe $10,247.89 and I want to pay it off in 1 year, and my credit card is charging me 8% interest while I'm paying it off, how much monthly do I have to pay? And I'll put that right here. How much monthly do I have to pay to get that accomplished, to finish paying off that total amount in that 1 year? And likewise, it would say if my credit card was charging me 22% and I wanted to pay it off in 4 years, that would be going here. So we're going to then use it, and then we're going to use the autofill handle. We're going to use that to figure it out. And when we figure out the first one, we're going to use the autofill handle to fill this way down and this way below. I mean, to the right and then below. So that's what we'll do in the next video. Just set up this one. I'll leave this on the screen for a couple of seconds so that you can stop the video here and set up your own page. And then in the next video, I'll show you how to use the PMT function. All right, have a great day. Bye.